So this is some trail cam footage that we had taken. I had put up two trail cams, and this was one of them. There's only a few on this. The date is wrong at the bottom. This was an older cam that we had, but you can see this is maybe even the same deer, but there's tons of deer on this property. And every time I go out and look at this footage, I find deer on it. This is what we're going to go through today is about a week's worth of footage. And I don't know how much you're supposed to pick up in a week, but this camera didn't pick up that much. This camera, I think it had 4 clips. And, well, that's me looking for the camera. So it had actual 3 clips of deer and then me walking around looking for where did I put that camera. It's got to be here somewhere. But I had it hidden really well because there were kids that used to come on to the property prior to us getting it, and they would go in the back and they would start fires. And so that was set up more to just catch them. And this is the new camera, and this one picks up audio as well. So the date and times on this are correct, and the temperature and all that is correct. But this one picks up a lot of deer. And there's this group of 4 deer that are always together. And when you see one of them, you'll see the other 4 are coming. And I've actually seen them while I've been out walking around. I'll see them like off in the distance. I've never been anywhere near them, but I've seen them out in the distance, and they'll just come running around. And this is going to get kind of, okay, so now it's getting to where there's more of them coming in. And it's going to get kind of boring with them just sitting there eating. I probably could have edited this out. But I put up the cams because I wanted to see what was on the property, and because there should be bear, there should be wolves, there should be, this one's checking out the camera. There should be a lot of different animals in the area. And after I pulled the footage from these 2 cameras, I went and got a couple more so that we can cover a little larger area. See, there's the 4. There's the 4 that live. Those I think are, when I see the deer, I think those 4 are the ones that I mainly see. And they're always together, all 4 of them. And they're always happy. Their tails are always wiggling, just like that one just did. But I set up 2 more cameras, so next time, hopefully in different areas, hopefully next time I do one of these videos, it can get more of this and more different kinds of animals. This video is going to be mostly deer. There's one other animal that pops up later. Actually, there were a couple other ones, but one of them I couldn't pull the footage from. There was a wild turkey, and I couldn't pull the footage from it for whatever reason. It was on the camera, but it didn't show up on the SD card didn't record it for whatever reason, but I could see it on the camera, but it was just like a 2-second clip that you could watch on the app. And the thing looked crazy, and I was like, oh, and that thing looks evil. But that was the, oh, there are more deer in the background. That was a wild turkey, so, and then something, I don't know if it spooks them and they start running, or if they were just playing. I have no idea, but now they're running around for a while. And you can see them running around. But you don't see anything else on the camera, so it's possible they're just playing. Because they kind of stick in the same area. You can see them running around for a little while. Now it looks like maybe they're gone. But this one picks up audio. This is a Spy Point Flex M. And it's kind of a nice camera. I kind of like it because you can look on the app and you can see like previews of everything. And they give you 100 free photos, but I've been mainly taking videos on it, and you get the 100 free previews per month, but one video counts as 3 photos, so you don't get that many video clips. And it hit its max within a week of me putting this up, or probably even before I pulled this footage off. It had hit the max on how many images you could get the free previews of. But it was like Yeah, oh, there's a squirrel. That's the only other animal that I caught on the cameras was the squirrel running around. Yep, there he is again, the squirrel. It's funny because when we lived in the city, we had a decent sized yard for the city, and I would literally see squirrels everywhere every day, and I have not seen a squirrel like in person aside from on this cam out on this property. And when I'm walking around out there, I mean, you'd think you'd see them everywhere, and there literally is hardly any squirrels out there. But there's a lot of deer. And like I said, I caught that wild turkey on the cam. It just was on it's on the app. It didn't come through on the SD card. But this has become one of my favorite things is to go out and check the cameras and see what has gone through. And I want to catch other animals because I know there's more than just these deer running around out there. Although I've looked thinking that there was going to be bear, but you don't see any like signs of bear. But you see tons of deer scat everywhere. And oh, and this is a night one. There's these little eyeballs. You can see little eyeballs here. I don't know what this is, but later in the footage you can see deer come in, and so I'm assuming that's what it is here. This is at that was at 14 after midnight. And then you can see the eyeballs still again. This is 142. That might be a different day. I didn't look at the date on the first one. And then the deer come in at 156. Is that? Yeah, that's a deer. It's I think this one there were a couple coming in on yeah, there's two deer there. So I don't know if those first one were deer and they just weren't moving around those first eyeballs, or if that was just some little something in the that was crawling around and we caught the eyeballs of it. But if you like this kind of footage, obviously this one's more boring than most. I hopefully can get some better stuff than this. But if you like this kind of stuff, I plan on posting stuff like this, even if it's just a short. I plan on posting stuff like this, like maybe weekly or every couple weeks, depending on how much footage comes up. But if you like this kind of stuff, hit that like button and consider subscribing. And I'll catch you next week.